right?
Right.
We wine at Carnival. We don't drink
Oh, that
wine.
kind of wine.
We don't drink wine. We wine. Now, he has a good story for you. Time check. The time is approximately 8:30 p.m. That time check is brought to you by All Star Motors, providing you with services you can trust. They provide you with ASC certified mechanics, New Jersey State inspection facilities, used car sale, authorized police towing, and emission repair facilities. You can call them at 973-762-8771. That's 973-762-8771. Local business challenges lawn sign ordinance.
Didn't you read that already?
No, but this one
This is a different article?
Yeah, they went before the Maplewood Township Committee because the Maplewood Township Committee told them they got to take down the sign, and they went to challenge the ordinance regarding their signs. The owners of the Maplewood-based tech startup Who We Use asked Township Committee members to reconsider the town's lawn sign ordinance last Tuesday night. Who We Use map pin-shaped blue signs have been popping up on lawns around town in recent weeks, prompting a thread on Maplewood Online and a story in the Village Green. Last week, township employees removed many of the signs, only to have them crop up again. A township ordinance allows business sign on lawns only while a contractor is actively working on a home. At the Tuesday night Township Committee meeting, Who We Use co-founders John Gabarino and Spencer Ante argued that their business and sign are a boon to the town, drawing attention to local businesses. Gabarino said that as Who We Use grows, the app allows users to find recommendations for local services and businesses from trusted friends. Maplewood should benefit. The founders hope soon to be renting office space in Maplewood and hire more local tech talent. So, it's only for business. But I don't...
Yeah. Only for business.
Yeah, only for business who are currently doing work, while a contractor is actively working on a home. But
so what about the Somar signs or rent party signs? What is...
I don't know.
I can't believe they would stop that.
They stopped it. They went and took all the signs. Well, let me be honest with you. They took my signs too. They took our signs.
So if I put up a sign, they're going to take it down.
Yeah, I put up a few signs. Quite a few signs.
Well, wait a minute.
And they removed them. I told you that.
Is there a limit to the amount of time? So, like, they'll say rent party this Friday. You can't have a sign up for, 24 hours.
I don't know. I don't know if there's any limit. I don't know. But I know they removed a lot of my signs. And they say the signs shouldn't be, remember, close to the curb?
Right.
But I see signs, those blue signs all across Maplewood, close to the curb. Different strokes to different folks.
Interesting.
That's how it goes sometimes. You got any other... You want to read the letter to the editor? Baker Jones best for time of transition?
Yeah, I'm like scanning around on this, and I keep... I'll get this one. Okay. As a parent... I'm trying to get the exact article. As a parent of 3 children who are currently in the district, and one who is a Columbia High School graduate, I write to urge all South Orange and Maplewood residents to vote for Maureen Jones and Elizabeth Baker in the Board of Education election on November 4th.
Let me say this.
When is the next debate?
I think it's supposed to be tomorrow.
Really?
I got to call. When we get off, I'm going to call
the
lady just to confirm. We're supposed to broadcast it live.
Okay. This is a critical time for our school district and our children. The board members we elect this November will vote to choose the next superintendent.
Is that true?
I don't think so. And they will be responsible for ensuring that the new superintendent makes our community expectation of great teaching for every child the reality in every classroom. As parents of children in our school and volunteers in our PTAs and our community, Maureen and Elizabeth bring the dedication and experience as well as a commitment to dialogue that we need on our board during this time of transition. Both Maureen and Elizabeth will also bring valuable professional experience to our district As a speech language pathologist and educator who has worked in public schools, Maureen knows the challenge of supporting and engaging every child, and she understands how teachers, parents, and administrators can work together to make this happen. Elizabeth's work as an attorney with experience in financial oversight, negotiations, and governance will help our board ensure that our budget and programs are aligned to our priorities, that we are maximizing the educational benefit of every dollar we spend, and that we are learning from feedback in real time. In addition, they will help to support and ensure that administrators as well as teachers alike are following the law to the letter, and that our children, all our children, are in a safe space while in school, and that their health and well-being is not compromised. Our schools and our children need Maureen and Elizabeth's commitment, openness, experience, and leadership. They also need that unwavering attention. And since both candidates have children in our district that are much more committed to the cause. I'm sorry. There's a comment. I don't think that you have to have children to be committed to a cause. This is an important election, and I urge everyone to turn out November 4th and vote for Maureen and Elizabeth for South Orange Maplewood Board of Education. This was written by Eva Padmore.
You know what I got to tell you? Mm-hmm. As you go across Maplewood,
they've got lots of signs.
They got lots of signs.
Yeah.
And you know what? At the end of the day, man, you know, when you start to see signs, it somehow plays with your psyche. And it seemed like you're seeing more signs than are really out there. I haven't seen any more local signers yet.
No. Or Donna Smith.
But I know Donna Smith said that her signs is actually coming.
Okay.
You know. So.
Well, you know, I guess kudos goes to their campaign manager.
Who's that? Steve
Mr.
Latz.
Steve Latz.
Steve Latz, the campaign
manager. I mean, I guess all you need is a name and a ticket.
That's it?
Hopefully, and some aspiration and a plan and commitment would also be great, but that can't be translated with a sign.
Here's another story.
What's the other story we're looking at here?
Acclaimed Lydia Johnson dance performs at Sopak on October the 10th. You know that? Is that the Lydia Johnson Dance School? Acclaimed choreographer Lydia Johnson, artistic director of Lydia Johnson Dance, will see her work Night and Dream performed at the South Orange Performing Arts Center. That's tomorrow on October the 10th. The special performance is part of a showcase featuring Johnson, a South Orange resident, who runs a popular dance school and summer camp in Maplewood, and two other New Jersey artists who were earlier this year awarded the prestigious and highly competitive New Jersey State Arts Council Choreography Fellowship. The performance is Friday at 8 p.m. To purchase tickets, which are $20 or $15 for SOPAC members, you can visit the SOPAC website. So,
$20?
15, yeah, 20 and 15. Non-SOPAC members is $20, $15 for SOPAC members. You visit their website, SOPAC website. So, people can go out and support Lydia Johnson. And you know, soon we're going to have the strollers coming in again. They're going to be doing another show, I think, in November.
Okay.
So, they're going to be coming again. And I'm going to get on that one to see if we can get those Board of Ed candidates come in here next week in order for us to have, you know.
Well, if we go to the debate tomorrow, we can't be interviewing them then. We have to give them something to think about. I mean, if we just get the interview there, then why do we need to bring them in? And you want to interview everyone, Anselm. Everyone you see, you want to interview. That's the, you know.
That's just my go-get mentality.
It is.
You know, I just, it's just part of me. You know, I just keep going and going and going and going. Here's another story from the alternative press. Saxophonist Higgins featured an evening of world jazz coming to Columbia High School.
I saw that.
An evening of world jazz celebrating people and their art, featuring saxophonist Nico Higgins, will be offered for free 7 p.m. on Friday, October the 10th in the Columbia High School auditorium. Now, you see how it takes away? You have the Lydia dance thing going on at SOPAC.
There's something for everyone, isn't there?
And then you have the free evening of jazz at Columbia High School. If you had a choice, I guess.
I would pick the free.
Freeze over.
But, would I want to sit in Columbia High School auditorium? Not necessarily.
It's pretty nice auditorium.
It's okay.
They rebuilt it just about a few
I haven't
years
seen
ago.
the rebuilt one.
Yeah, I think they have rebuilt it a few years ago. Much better now.
Is it just the seats or the ceiling?
I think everything.
Wow.
Yeah, I think so. Join the South Orange Maplewood Adult School for an evening of world jazz, a musical fusion that combines South Indian classical music and elements from rock, western jazz, and world music with Nico Higgins. You know something? I just thought about this. My mind wanders quite a bit. All right? How come when they're having all these festivals, very rarely do you see anything Caribbean? You know what? When we stream, ladies and gentlemen, when we go streaming, I hope my co-host doesn't give the same expression that she just gave. I really.
You keep taking it back to the Caribbean. You can't.
But this is diversity. It's diversity in South
Okay,
Orange
we
and
don't
Maplewood.
see anything Korean either.
Well,
I don't see much stuff on Indians from India.
But you know what?
Nothing from anyone from Indonesia. Hardly anything ever from about a Russian. Someone was got to be Caribbean.
But how many Indonesian do we have in South Orange and Maplewood?
I don't know.
We have a very large Caribbean community in South Orange and Maplewood.
Really? What do you consider Caribbean?
In this community?
Yes.
About 1,500 to 2,000 people.
And so does that include Haitians and
Trinidadians, Jamaicans, Guyanese, Bajan.
Okay.
From the Grenadines, St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
All right, just stop flying over doing.
Yeah. So why not? How come?
I don't know.
You see that?
You know why? Because it's going to take someone of Caribbean descent to make that happen.
I think you're right. Mm-hmm. I think you're right because the powers that be not going to think about that.
Of course, why should they?
Because diversity.
And so because
when they're having these events in Flood Hills, create diversity in the performers, and you get more people out to Flood Hills. If you're having it in Maplewood, create diversity so you can
and you have to do that creation of the diversity. It's not up to them. It's up to you to do that. Why are you looking at me like that?
They select the performers.
No, but it's up to you to push for something like that.
Oh, so we got to hold their foot to the fire.
Well, I mean, if you want representation of the Caribbean community, then the Caribbean people have to come. There's nothing, I don't get to hear any Nigerian music either. They have to push that. That goes back to that statement, that I sent to you, that I heard that quote last night. If you're not at the table, you're on the menu. So
I like that quote.
You have to,
like
be at
quote.
the table to make something happen.
Well, why did you give it out before time? I like that quote.
Oh, well, we could use it again, but you have to, be there to make something happen. Now, how do you get to the table is another question. And someone like yourself, I'm sure you could just walk in and just sit at any table you'd like.
Really? You think so?
Sure.
Thank you for the confidence.
Any time.
Yeah, it's like, what this guy with the accent is and so more.
No one is, everyone knows you, Anselm. You could just walk in and sit at the table.
Well, you know what? I like that. I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay.
That's a good thing. I can't complain. That's a real great thing.
All right.
All right, let me see. So the Ethical Culture Society unveils the October schedule.
Now, have you ever been to any of those meetings?
Let me see. No, not really.
Never ever. I did.
But I interviewed. It's Mary Gallagher.
Uh-huh.
She's like the sort of priest. They don't have priests, but she's in charge of the Ethical Culture Society. We did
spiritual leader. I guess.
Spiritual leader. Yes, it. We did an interview with her some time ago, and what we were trying to do, we were actually trying to broadcast all the events on Sunday, but things just didn't work out.
Yeah, there's not much diversity at those meetings. You should go to one and help diversify.
Yeah, you know what?
Have you never been to one of their meetings?
No.
I did that a couple of years, many years ago. I mean, they're on the right track, but it's a small...
But it's all about ethics.
Yeah.
Okay, so on Friday, October the 10th at 7:30 p.m., they have Folk Friday. Sing along, jam with friends, bring acoustic strings and rhythm instrument. Join in playing, singing, or listening. Bring some refreshments to share. open to all ages. Everyone is invited. On Saturday, October the 11th, you have Ethical Society meet up with families interested in ethical education. The Ethical Society of Essex